I haven't done boho braids in probably over a year. So I might be a little bit rusty. If you've seen my previous video, then you'll know that I'm going on holiday soon. And before that holiday, I wanted to do some braids. I love boho braids, goddess braids, obsessed. However, for like the past year, I've not been using any braiding hair. I wanted to challenge myself to just wear my natural hair and embrace it fully. So that's what I've been doing. But I'm ready to go back to some braids. So this is what I'm kind of going for. This is my inspo. And hopefully this comes out cute, because technically I don't have another option. I was so indecisive when it came to picking the hair. Because my hair is coloured now, I feel like it made things a little bit harder. I thought it would make things easier, but it really didn't. But I think I've got a selection of hair that will work. So let me show you what I got. So what I ended up getting was this like Expression braiding hair. I don't think the brand is Expression, it's a different brand that I cannot remember, but basically some braiding hair. And this is in 1B27. I liked the way the blonde kind of runs through it, so hopefully this will blend in nicely with my hair. And then you've got the blonde at the bottom as well. I got this in 2 different lengths. I want to say 28 inches and maybe like a 20-inch, because I want to kind of go for like a layered effect. I want it to look a little bit, not messy, but just like, yeah, maybe messy is what I'm going for. I just want it to look free, like organic, natural. I need it to look like a vibe. Okay, I'm trying to look. So yeah, when I usually do my hair, I go for like a free-spirited look. That's going to make absolutely no sense to you, but I kind of just go with the flow, cut pieces here and there, and just wing it, essentially. All of this hair has already been washed, by the way. I've washed it, dried it, so we are ready to go. The other hair that I got was this. I think this is in Body Wave, and my plan is to probably use this on top because I really like this curl, and I probably want some of these pieces more towards the front. But then I thought it'd be really cool to get a different kind of curl as well, because you know how I'm saying I want it to look free-spirited and just kind of so I wanted to get a different kind of curl as well. So I got this curl, which I think, actually I don't know what this curl is called. I want to say Water Wave, but I could be very, very wrong. So what I will do is link the name of the brands and the hair and everything in the description box as well, so you guys can check that out. I did buy this from the hair shop, so you might be better off trying to get it offline if you do want this hair. This is meant to be like a human synthetic hair blend, I believe, so I don't know how it's gonna hold up. But to be honest, I didn't want to invest too much money in this hairstyle anyway, so I'm happy with the hair that I got. I also ended up getting some of that same hair in just 27 because I thought this might come in handy for the ends. I don't like to just use the Expression hair at the ends and curl it. I like to go in with this kind of hair and braid it onto the end, just so it all kind of connects for me. That's what I like to do. I know some people like to use the braiding hair, and that's fine, but that's just what I'm used to doing. So that's pretty much all the hair that I got. I got quite a few bundles in some of the packets, so I don't think we're gonna run out. I hope we're not going to run out. And yeah, I'm excited to get into it. It's been a couple of days, so I think it's time to stop braiding my hair. One thing about me is once I get into the flow of it, I'll be fine. I hope. But thinking about it is a lot because I have a lot of hair and I know how long this takes. So I think I just need to start. I've been thinking about my process and what I'm going to do. And I think I'm just going to free part. Like, I have still not got a 3-way mirror. I need to do better. So for now, I'm just going to be using a comb, doing some straight parts. And then rather than doing box parts, I think I want to attempt to do like diagonal, like this. So it's kind of triangle-ish, just because I want to change things up a little bit and I want to experiment. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is it the right time to be experimenting? Probably not, but we're gonna do it anyway. I'm feeling it in my spirit, so I'm gonna do it. And I am also going to aim to do a quarter of my hair today. I think doing it all at once is going to be too overwhelming for me. I used to do that. I don't know how, but I feel like I want to break it down and do it throughout the days. My hair is clean, so I'm probably just going to go in with some hair cream just to moisturize it a little bit more before I do start braiding. I am also going to do the longest braiding hair at the back, the shorter one on top, and then I'm going to use the looser wave at the back and the body wave on top. I want to show you my process, but I feel like it's pointless doing that at the back, so it's probably best for me to show you that once I get to the top of my head, which is going to take some time. But I don't want to think about that right now. I've already started thinking about how many pieces of the curly hair I want to use on each braid. So I'm thinking probably 1 piece, 2 piece, 1 piece. And then when I get onto the next row, 2 piece, 1 piece, 2 piece, 1 piece. I think I'm going to do it like that and just see how it turns out. If I feel like I need more, then I don't know what to do about it. It is what it is at that point, because my hair will be staying as it is. I just don't want it to be too full, because I know you can put like 3, 4, 5, you can put as many strands of curly hair on your braids as you want. But I personally don't want too much curly hair in there, because that's going to be a lot to maintain as well. I've separated my hair, so this is the section of hair I want to focus on today. Yeah, that's a lot of hair. I'm going to go in with some Blue Magic moisturiser just to rehydrate the hair. It's still very hydrated and soft, but because these braids are going to probably be in for a while, I want to make sure that my hair is as hydrated as possible. Yesterday, I just kind of wanted to get on with it and make a start, because the way I kept procrastinating, I knew I just needed to do a section to motivate me to want to finish this hair. So I've managed to do a quarter of it so far, and this is what it is looking like. I'm loving it so far, and I'm really excited to see what it's going to turn out like. But knowing that I have more to go, yeah. So today the plan is for me to focus on this quarter. If I could get that done today, that would be great. And then I think I'm going to aim to do the front tomorrow. Pray for me. We're officially halfway. This is my halfway dance. I am so ready to be done. I cannot even tell you. I'm hoping to finish the top today, and hopefully I'll be able to show you the process of what I've been doing, but more slowed down and closer up so you can actually see what I'm doing. This is where we are at so far. I love the length because I really wanted long braids this time around, because I feel like I've never really done butt length braids. I love just how, like, you know how I kept saying messy in the beginning? Yeah, this is what I mean. Just kind of like free. I don't know how to explain it, but I like the way these turned out. It's like a feeling I get after doing my hair, and I'm definitely getting that feeling right now. So I'm happy about that. I love the pop of colour. I feel like in the sun, these are going to look really nice. And I'm so excited to see what the body wave is going to look like on top of this kind of curl as well. Let me show you from the back, but before I do that, don't look too close at the parts because I don't know what's going on back there, okay? This is the back. Right, so let's slow this process down again. So you want to get your braiding hair, and then you want to separate a piece of hair that's thick enough for the braid that you're doing. You want to separate that into two pieces, and then you cross those two pieces over, and that is going to form the braid. You also want to separate your hair into three pieces, and then each piece of the braiding hair you attach to your hair. You do want to secure this quite tightly, but also not too tight to the point where you're going to be pulling out your edges, because girl, we're going to need those edges, okay? So try not to pull your hair too tightly, but at the same time you do want the braid to be secure. So once that's in, you can start braiding down. This is my first time using these kinds of clips whilst doing this braiding process, and honestly they help so much, so I would definitely recommend getting some of those. All I'm doing now is separating the curly hair, and then we're going to start to attach this to our braid. So what you want to do is position this so that it lines up with the middle piece of hair out of the three strands we just created. I usually attach the curly hair to the back of the braid, and then I put the rest of the hair out of the way just to make sure that that doesn't get tangled into the braid. You can feel free to clip that out of the way, but at this point I was just, yeah, as you can probably tell, trying to be finished. So I was trying to do anything I can to try and speed up the process, so I just flipped it back and just hoped that it stayed there. Continued braiding my hair and added in pieces wherever I felt like I wanted to add them. So you don't need to use the specific way that I do when doing this, because you might want to add more pieces, you might want to add less pieces, but I just kind of get a feel for where I want to add the piece, and then I put that in that place. I have found that at the front I do like to have pieces higher up, so that I've kind of got some face framing layers. So I tended to do that with the front pieces, but everybody's different, so go for whatever makes you happy. Another reason why it's super important that you do braid as securely or tightly as you can is because the ends of the curly hair can sometimes stick out if they're not blended well with the rest of the hair. So I found that if you braid tighter, then that tends to look a lot better as you work your way down. Obviously, you can cut out the pieces that you don't want anyway as you do braid, but it just saves you a job if that's already looking very blended. Anyway, now we're going to go on to the end of the braid. So I've just got some curly hair in colour 27, and I've made sure that I've adjusted it so there's no harsh ends. And then you want to just add each strand of the curly hair to the outside strands of the braid. Then you can start to braid that down. I will say, when it comes to the curly hair pieces, you can choose any thickness that you want, but I did find that if you use less hair, it was easier to blend in with the rest of the braid, so I would recommend doing that. And now I'm just securing the end, so I've took a very fine piece of the braiding hair and I've started to wrap that around and tie it just to secure it. And I do that a few times until I'm happy with it, and then any excess hair, once that is done, I will cut off to make sure that that's just not there sticking out. I also wanted to make sure that there were no other pieces sticking out from the braid, so I just go in and cut off any stray hairs that might be sticking out from your braid that look unusual, and then I'm going to cut off the braiding hair at the end, so we're just left with the human hair. I actually decided to go in and add some extra pieces in the front by crocheting them in. So I've got my crochet needle and I decided to use the same hair that I used to put through the braid on top. So it is the Body Wave 1B27. And I've just put a piece here and a piece here as well. So I've just literally gone in, added the hair, pulled it through, tied it in a knot twice, and then just let it do its own thing, because that to me looks a lot more like, I don't know, lived in, free, chill. I'm going for a particular vibe, okay? And I still don't know what to call that vibe, but doing that has made the biggest difference for me. I definitely want to try and put in some layers if I can, so I might cut some pieces here and there. We're just vibing. As you can probably tell from this video. I've officially got this last section left and I cannot tell you how excited I am to be done. I'm ready to be finished. So let's get this done and then I will come back when I'm looking a little bit more put together and I'll show you the end results. By the way, for the top bit, I'm not doing the 1-2-1 curly hair pattern thing that I was talking about that I did in the back. Instead, I'm doing 3s and 2s. So 3 pieces of curly hair, 2 pieces of curly hair. And to be honest, I'm not doing it in any particular order. I'm just going with what feels right to me. So you can use as many pieces of curly hair as you want. You can use a lot more, a lot less, but that's basically all I needed to update you on. So the next time I see you, hopefully, I'm looking a lot more, you know. These are the end results. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see. And it's beautiful because the sun's coming in now, so you can see what it looks like in the sun. What do we think? I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I exceeded my expectations because I did not think it was gonna turn out this cute, but my goodness me, to say I was winging it and we landed here, I feel like it's gonna be absolutely perfect for my holiday and where I'm going. The color, the texture, I'm so glad I decided to use 2 different kind of curls. I feel like that just really helped. And yeah, I'm just feeling really good. Mostly because this is over now. I mean, it's taken me probably not 30 hours. I want to say like 24, 25 hours. It's around there somewhere. So it's taken a substantial amount of time to do this. So if you are wanting to recreate this look, just be mindful of that. But I'm hoping that it is going to last me. And I personally don't have any regrets. I did end up cutting some of the hair a little bit just to give it a few layers because I didn't want it to just be flat, and I love the way that turned out. But that's about it. That's all I've done. I've not put on any product or anything like that because I want to just leave the curls as they are, and then as time goes on I'll probably start to use products to try and maintain the curls. I don't know how this hair is gonna last, but hopefully we do get some wear out of this, and hopefully it doesn't start to tangle together because I hate that, but we'll see. That pretty much brings me to the end of this video. As you can see, I'm just happy right now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to show me some love, feel free to do so, and I will see you in the next one.